Hello, welcome to the video. I've got quite a lot to go over. Please excuse the shot of my feet there. So I've just written a little script there just to help me make sure I remember everything. So obviously there's quite a lot here. It's going to take me forever to write out a detailed description of all this. Excuse me. So I thought the video would benefit both myself and the buyer. Because obviously I can go into a lot more detail here. You can, see things a bit more close up. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, first and foremost, everything is 100% genuine Takara Tomy. There's no Hasbro parts here, and there's certainly no fakes. I'm quite a serious collector. You can probably tell from my voice that I'm a little bit older, so there's no reason for me to be buying fakes. Yeah, with that out of the way, one thing I will say is these four sparking launchers are the Korean versions. You can tell because it's written in Korean, but also you can tell that they're genuine because that little green elephant, I think the company is called Sonokong, but their job is to localize Beyblade for the Korean market. It's well established in the Beyblade community that they are genuine. They've been doing it since, I think, from pretty much the start. I know that they were localizing Beyblade for Korea even as far back as HMS. Beyblade HMS from the original Beyblade. So yes, you don't have to take my word for it. You can Google Beyblade Green Elephant or whatever, and you can look in the forums, and it's well established that they are genuine. They've made a slight change for whatever reason to the design. For the most part, they're still exactly the same. You can still see it even says Tomy Vietnam, but this part here, they've elongated it compared to the Japanese ones. And also on the blue one, they decided that they would go with a silver sticker. Not 100% sure why, but that's what they decided to do. So, yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into the Beyblades themselves. I've done my absolute best because I do like to mix up some of the parts. So I've done my best to put them all back into the stock combos. If for whatever reason I've missed anything off, then the disc or the driver or whatever will be in this mountain of parts here, but I'm pretty confident that I've gone over it quite thoroughly. So even down to, say, the driver attachments, I've made sure that they're all there. So yeah, stock combos. Let me just consult my script for a second. Yeah, so stock combos. Some Beyblades haven't been battled. Now, World Spriggan, there's a copy of World Spriggan, Brave Valkyrie, and Super Hyperion that have got the rare painted chassis. Obviously, you can see I've got the normal versions, though there was no reason for me to battle those, so they've never been battled. Infinite Achilles, never battled. Obviously, you might probably already be aware with the value of this. So I just decided it wasn't worth it to battle. So, what else hasn't been battled? The Leia for First Uranus, that's never been battled. Curse Satan, never been battled. It always just looked like it just looked brittle to me, and I just decided that with it being a prize bay, I would just refrain from battling it. So, yeah. I think that's all the ones that haven't been battled. Now, everything else. Oh, and Ranjiro's version of Glide Ragnarok. I don't think I battled it. If you're familiar with the anime, I think it's Rantaro. Is that his name? It's just his brother in the anime. He's just got basically a reverse colorway of Glide. I don't think I battled that. So, yeah, staying with the topic of parts, we've got Belial. The original one is in the stock combo along with the recolor from the starter set. In terms of gears, we've got L gear on Dangerous along with F gear, S gear, and V gear. And then on Divine, I've got the Belial 3 core, which came with this set. The core that did originally come with Divine is on the layer that came with that set. Now we've got H gear on there, A gear, D gear, and V gear. So that's that. So I think that's it for that. So moving on to the condition. Now we've gone over what has and hasn't been battled. We've gone over the fact that all the parts should be here, well, that they are here. So wear and tear. Now everything apart from what's already been mentioned has seen some moderate use. What I mean by that is that it's been battled. Nothing has actually been damaged. It is just wear and tear, and I would say for the most part it's pretty light. We can see from Xiphoid, which is known for wearing, that there is some wear here, but it's nothing major, and there's certainly no actual damage. We've got Raw Bahamut here, which we can see is in good condition, but it on some of the contact points, some of the paint has started to come off. So a good example, Saviour. These three pieces are supposed to chip off over time. They call it awakening, which is the sort of term that they give to their rubber parts that wear down over time and change the sort of shape or behaviour of the Beyblade. One of those has come off already. Oops. But honestly, I mean, this is one of my more personal favourites. This has been used more than most, and there really isn't much wear and tear, and we can even see from the driver that it hasn't even began to fully awaken yet. So yeah, everything is just going to be minor cosmetic wear that's been picked up from some battles. This is probably a good example of where paint has started to wear, but unfortunately on this Achilles they didn't do a very good job of the paint, and this looks heavily worn, but unfortunately that's actually not off that many battles, to be honest with you. It's just the way that it's painted. So yeah, that's it for the condition of the Beyblades, really. This guy, along with Legend Spriggan, they have been in one battle against each other, but I noticed after the first battle that the plastic already looked stressed, so I decided to abandon the idea of battling that. Speaking of which, it's got the metal chip core, and we've got the original core and the other metal core in the tool there. So yeah, just to let you know on that. So stickers. Now I'm one of those people that do like to put the stickers on, and I like to do it neatly. You can tell from First Uranus and any of the Beyblades really that the stickers are all neat. 99% of the stickers will have already been applied. There's going to be some examples where they haven't. We can see here, for example, that I left. If we look at here, we've got a new copy where the stickers haven't been applied. It's silver on the core. I left the biggest part of the silver without the stickers because I just liked the contrast. The painted chassis Hyperion doesn't have the stickers on the chip because I kind of just thought it looked nicer. There's a copy of King Helios without the stickers on the chip. But for the most part, honestly, 99% of the stickers are going to be on there. One thing that the stickers won't be on is the armours. I never bothered. I didn't see the point. I've done my best to find all the stickers for them. So we've got a lot of this. There's the stickers for the Hyperion chip as well. But we've got a lot of the armour stickers here, which obviously I'll include. We've got some of the stickers there for this guy. But for the most part, honestly, the stickers will already be on. The layers and stuff. There's just going to be some armour stickers and the odd driver as well that doesn't have the stickers. For the most part, they will have them. If they don't, I can't absolutely guarantee that I do have the stickers for them. But obviously we've got some armour stickers up there that I've just showed you. We've got a fairly sizable stack of stickers here as well. So the likelihood is that they will be included, but for obvious reasons I can't guarantee that. So just bear that in mind. So drivers, there's quite a lot to mention, so I'll just do a slow panning shot. I'll mention some of the sort of noteworthy ones. We've got Bearing Dash, Universe, Metal Dimension. I've got 3 extreme drivers in total. This silver one seems to have more softer rubber than the red rubber, so there is a bit of wear on it, but it's got tons of life left in it. Ultimate Reboot Dash, Bearing, I think that's Metal Extreme. It's not the Dash version, unfortunately, but you can see tons of life left on that. We've got Atomic, Yard with the metal ball, Spare Evolution, which has got some wear, Bearing Drift, the other extreme driver with some destroy drivers, the white Reboot Dash. So yeah, this blue merge hasn't actually been used as far as I'm aware, so the rubber will still be mint on that. So that's the drivers, the ones that aren't already on the Beyblades. Let's have a quick look at some of the other parts that are included. Some sword attachments for Achilles. I will say that I don't, in this listing anyway, I don't have the sword, the shield attachment. You'll probably notice that the black Achilles that attachment came with isn't here, and unfortunately the shield isn't here either. I do have a copy of it still in the box, but that's not going to be in this listing. We've got some various single and double chassis. This black one looks absolutely banging on Holodeath Scyther. I never liked the stock combo for this. I think it's just weird. It looks really tall and ugly. So I ran it with this and one of these black Zeta Dashes as well. Just thought it looked a lot nicer. Couple of armors, couple of Giga Discs, couple of Nexus, got some Hurricane. I've got a Hurricane disc, couple of Sting discs. I believe this is off Gaia here, and the driver is here for that as well, so all the parts are there for Gaia. Got some spare Super King layers. We've got some frames. We've got the painted parts from DB. We've got the Perseus core with the metal parts on it. Cyclone and a raw layer as well. So yeah, there's some various like spare parts, I guess you could call them, on top of the Beyblades that you're going to get as well. So launchers. So we've gone over these guys already. One of these launchers has never been used. The other has. You might not pick it up on the camera, but you can tell when sparking launchers have been used because the plastic starts to be not as clear. You can kind of tell there one's been used and one hasn't. The boxes are there for both of them. The other two are just up there. We've got the gold and silver or gold and clear sparking launchers that came with the with the stadium set. The variant Lucifer launcher. We've got an old LR launcher here. It came with Diabolos, I think. I know I don't have the stickers for this, just to make you aware. We've got the B00 launchers for Spriggan, Longinus and Fafnir. We've got the Save Your Valkyrie launcher, the Gold Baron launcher, the blue and red Hyperion Helios Baron launcher, and the launcher that came with Zyphoid Excalibur. I don't think I've actually used that launcher either, so yeah, we've got various launchers included. I've still got the cards for these three. Like I say, I've got the boxes for those. So yeah, speaking of boxes, that brings us on to boxes. So I'll start from here. We've got the Lucifer the End, the box for Infinite Achilles, box for Curse Satan, box for Variant Lucifer, a Zyphoid Excalibur box, the box for the first Uranus layer, Greatest Raphael, Fafnir, the Super King version, We've got the box that came with, so I bought one of these already confirmed for that Hyperion because I really wanted that black chassis. We've got a Cyclone Ragnarok box, the box for Wind Knight, the box for God Valkyrie, the box for Divine, the box for Wild Spriggan, the box for Gatling Dragon, Ultimate Valkyrie, Chain Kirbyus, Legend Spriggan, and I've got the folded down boxes for Achilles and Astral Spriggan. I don't have the cardboard inserts for those, unfortunately. It's just the flat pack versions. Moving this side, we've got a Dronza V2 prize bay in here. It's still sealed. The box isn't sealed, but the Beyblade is, along with the stickers. I bought it because I thought I wanted a spare, and I never ended up using it. This is still sealed. The Beyblade inside and the box is still sealed. We've got 2 copies of Saviour. One is just because I bought a spare, and so the parts are still sealed. The other one was a return that Amazon let me keep because the layer, I never actually worked out where the fault was, but either the layer or the driver. I mean, Saviour really doesn't have good teeth anyway. As you can see, it's just very light. The lightest touch makes it burst. But this one was even worse. So they sent me a new one, and they just said keep that one. So yeah. So there's technically going to be 2 copies of those. The launcher and stuff is still sealed, along with the V gear and stuff and the boxes. So we've also got the box for the DX set. Over here we've got Fafnir. That's still sealed, and so is that Zyphoid. So couple of copies. You're going to get a couple of copies of those because, like I say, those boxes, the Beyblade is still in them. Same for this. This is actually another example of a Korean one, but I only bought this because I wanted the purple Extreme, so I bought this already confirmed what was going to be inside it. And the Beyblade itself is actually still in the box with the stickers because, like I say, I only wanted it for the driver. But just to let you know, that is another Sono Kong one, which I forgot to mention. But yeah, as well in here, I've got a pile of all the old discs that are like 1, 2, and 3 and stuff from the God thing. So like we've got like, what is it, a 0 there. So there's loads in there. And there's also some various layers in there. Some of these will be the Korean ones, but I just bought them because I wanted the drivers. I won't bother going into too much detail on those because, to be honest, I only really got back into Beyblade from the Super King generation, so I'm all right with the names on those. But the ones that are older than that, I only bought them for parts, so I'm not really familiar with the names. I do have these as well, but these aren't for sale. So I think that's everything covered. I hope that's been a bit more helpful than just a written listing. Pretty sure I went over the stickers and stuff. Like I say, the armor stickers and stuff for the most part will be here. And if not, there's also a pile of stickers here, but I can't guarantee it, so please be aware that this is a job lot. It is more of a case of what you see is what you get. I've just wanted to make this video to be a bit more transparent, give you a bit more detail, but the only thing that I can guarantee is everything that you do see and that I've already gone over. If I find anything else, obviously I'll include it, but it is sold as seen. It's what you see is what you get. So yeah, with that in mind, I'll just do some panning shots while I end off the video. What I do want to try and be sure of is that before you whoever ends up buying this sort of collection, I really want to make sure that you are sure of what you're getting and that you're happy with the information, and that you're not just buying this on a whim. because what I don't want is for you to buy it thinking that something is going to be here when it isn't. I can't think of anything that might be. But I don't want any disappointment, because the last thing I want to be doing is shipping something this big, this heavy, and also this sentimental, because I never thought I'd be selling this, but I need the money, and I'm starting to kind of grow out of it, I suppose, even though I'm already 29, but I'm just kind of slowly losing interest, and it's becoming quite an expensive hobby, and there's just things that I'd rather spend my money on. It's not even that I necessarily don't like Beyblade anymore. I do, but there's just things that I'd rather spend my money on. It's just becoming quite an expensive hobby to try and buy every single release. So yeah, with that in mind, like I say, I don't want to be selling this and having to ship it to someone who ends up being disappointed, and then we have to potentially dick about with refunds and sending it back and stuff, because at the end of the day, I've tried to be as transparent as possible, and the last thing I want to be doing is for you to be disappointed, and also to have to be trying to sort out returns and stuff, because it's just going to be a huge pain in the arse, and at the end of the day, I've been as transparent as possible. So yeah, with that in mind, I'll leave you guys to it. Thanks for watching, and I hope that's been helpful to you. Bye.